Hey air signs, welcome to your October check-in. I apologize how late these are coming in. Time had its way with me. We are going to go in order: Gemini, Libra, and then Aquarius. I have the Rider-Waite deck and Timecodes. Depending of like which one I'm getting drawn to for each of you is kind of where we will start, and we'll use the other deck for clarifiers. At the end of each sign, I am also going to pull a Raven card oracle, sort of as like my apology for being so late. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my decks so that we have a fresh start for Gemini, and then we'll get started. Hey Gemini, we'll go ahead and get started. A card popped out of the Timecodes decks while I was clearing it, so I feel like I'm curious of what they might have to say for you. We'll just kind of start shuffling, see what pops out, 2-3 cards, and then we'll just kind of go for them from there. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied today. Okay. What do my Geminis need to know for this October check-in? What do my Geminis need to be aware of for this October check-in? My Geminis need to know. Oh. How many cards are there? It's a lot. Sorry. Just one or two. You do have one, but it didn't flip. But the way that it stuck out, maybe. Oh. Okay, there we go. What do my Geminis need to be aware of for this October check-in? What do my Geminis need to know? Okay, 2 came out at once, but I will take it because it's only 2. That count as 1 as far as I'm concerned right now. Okay, so you have 9 of Cups, the Moon card, and then the Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man. Everything is upright. Alright, 9 of Cups came out first. Keep them in order. 9 of Cups is known as the Wish card. So what is it that you are going through right now or wanting right now? This indicates that you'll achieve it. And again, we'll pull clarifiers to kind of go deeper into that. The Moon card upright is a little tricky because the Moon card upright is more of the cautionary position versus like if the reversal was there. But we'll get there. Sorry. So Moon in the upright. Sorry, puppy's licking things he shouldn't be. This thing that you're wanting comes with potential illusions. Like when the moon is like almost full or even totally full, the light that it casts can create shadows on objects that make the objects themselves look different, or can cast shadows in ways that like it looks like things are there that are not, right? So the moon card signifies like not trusting your intuition, being being drawn by illusions, or potentially like, I guess, the tomato, things that aren't really real. So you just kind of want to be aware of that. It's not in like a dangerous or whatever way. It's just like, hold on a second, let's ground what's actually real. Then you have the Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is the mature feminine of her suit, which is the Cups suit, which represents the water signs. So this could be an actual woman or you. If you have a strong water placement in your chart, I know this is for Gemini. This could be someone that you want to go to for advice or perspective, or she could be a mentor or a relative, friend. But water also symbolizes the emotions, right? So being in her mature feminine of the suit, it doesn't really show clearly in this deck, but in the Rider-Waite deck, just her toe is in the water. So signifying that she is in tune with her emotions, but she doesn't let them control her. She is in control of her emotions. She can feel them, she can honor them, but they don't have their way with her. Also with the Hanged Man is an interesting pairing, because the Hanged Man is purposely taking time out to potentially physically change your perspective so that you can look at a situation differently, see what you're missing, see maybe what other people are seeing. And the Queen of Cups would definitely do something like this, because again, her emotions don't control her. So she can kind of put herself to the side and see in Hanged Man, okay, what are they going through? What, my bias aside, my ego aside, what can I give them that's for their greatest good, not mine, in a sense. I think that makes sense. We're going to get some clarifiers and go through and see how things evolve. What do my Geminis need to know? Oh, card flipped. Alright. What do my Geminis need to know about this Nine of Cups for this October check-in? What do my Geminis need to know about this Nine of Cups? What do my Geminis need to know? I'm not going to take that. You're being distracting. Can you relax so my Geminis can get their message? Can you relax? Sorry. I'm gonna try to keep going. Is there anything else here for the Nine of Cups that my Geminis need to be aware of for this October check-in specifically? Sir, you're being distracting. Thank you. We might go back to the Nine of Cups, but that's all that's coming through right now. What do my Geminis need to know about this Moon card for this October check-in? I'm not going to take that. I'm not sure. What do my Geminis need to know about this Moon card? Ooh, that one wants to come out. Alright. One more for this October check-in. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I know I'm making you guys so suspenseful. I don't have words today, I'm sorry. What do my Geminis need to know about this Queen of Cups and Hanged Man for this October check-in? What do my Geminis need to know? Alright. Is there anything else for this Nine of Cups? No. Okay, we're just gonna get started there. Nine of Cups, you have Knight of Swords and the Six of Coins. This wish, whatever is going on that this wish card is signifying, there's definitely an energy behind it that, like, you believe in it, you're just ready to go, you don't want to think about any of the, like, logistics or potential consequences, or, like, you just know what the goal is and you just want to get there. The Six of Coins can represent, it could, like, I'm feeling like you might be one of these people, and typically the Six of Coins is like either being in a place of need for handouts, essentially help, because you can't do it, like, just take care of your basic needs on your own. Or it can signify that you are the person who's giving out the money because, like, you've finally come into it on your own and you finally have enough to kind of give back because other people have helped you before. So, like, pay it forward kind of thing. But with it being paired with the Knight of Swords, it's not in, like, this, whatever is going on that this Nine of Cups wish card is signifying. It's almost like it's a big thing and you need an investor. Like, you really believe in it and you might be selling the idea to people in order for them to back you so that you have the finances to just do it. I really want another card there. What's going on with this? Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Six of Coins. What are Gemini? What's going on with Gemini here? What's going on for Gemini? It's too many. Knight of Swords. Six of Coins. Oh, come on. Give me another clarifier. What's going on? Okay. Alright, yep. Got the Magician in reverse. So, it's almost like the deck was like, you already got it. You don't need another card. Fine, here's another card. Magician in the upright is you have everything that you need to manifest your reality. In the reversal, it feels like there's a blockage, which takes me back to, I feel like if you're not already looking for investors, but it's upright. I feel like there's investors involved, and without them, you can't do it. Whatever this wish or goal is. Okay, so with the Moon card, we have Four of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Lovers, which is very interesting. And if you recall, I sort of laughed when the last card here popped out, because the card that came out that I wasn't sure about was the Two of Cups in reverse, which is, Two of Cups is the sister card to the Lovers. So we'll talk about that. I think here, with the Moon card and those illusions and like not really being able to see what you're seeing or thinking that it's something different than what you're actually seeing, pairs nicely with this Four of Cups. If you look, if you can see, again, sorry about my camera, again, his focus is on these three cups, and his arms are crossed and his legs are crossed, and he's kind of got this like dissatisfaction with them, with what is like what already exists, what's already going on. But he's not aware that this fourth thing or opportunity or angle or whatever this means to you, there's something going on in the periphery that you're not aware of. And because of the Lover's card, Two of Cups in reverse, it's almost like there's a partnership that might be the ticket to being able to see the fourth cup, or there's already a person who's been telling you about this thing, but you haven't been able to hear it or see it, kind of like brushing them off maybe, or like, I don't know, sometimes someone can say something to you and it doesn't really register, and then you hear it again from a different source and you're like, oh, it kind of feels like something's going on with there. There's already a person involved, and they might be the one who has the ticket, whatever that means to you in regards to this situation. The Ace of Wands here is, again, reinforcing this new beginning, this new idea, this new approach. There's a person here that you're already close with that can help you, which leads us into the next column with your Queen of Cups. And not only does that lead in so nicely, but you also have the Nine of Cups again, verifying this person is involved, that they might have the idea, they might have the ticket to manifest the reality that you're on the cusp of. Also with in the last column here with the Nine of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles and you have the Sun in reverse. Knight of coins, Pentacles, tomato, in reverse with the Sun in reverse. Sorry. Knight of Cups, all of the Knights represent movement, going towards a goal, growing, developing, those kinds of words, actions. They are the verb, if you will. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of the Knights. He takes the approach that is tried and true. It's well tested. It doesn't have many flaws, but it is very slow. It is the long approach. This very slow, long, deliberate approach is what gets you to not only the King of Coins, but also the 10 of Coins, which is the ultimate success. Which is very different from the energy of the Knight of Swords here. Like, it's interesting, the first column starting here with the Knight of Swords, you just want to go. You just want to do it. You don't want to have to think about any of the details. You don't want to have to think about the logistics. You don't, like, just go. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just go. And then you have this Knight of Coins in reverse. Are you still resisting that this is the way that you need to do it in order to succeed? Are you blocking yourself? Or is it that you're starting to see how these two energies differ? And maybe because of the guidance of this Queen of Cups. So consider these two different energies, where you are right now, how you feel about this one. Going slow, taking your time, being deliberate. I know you're really excited and you really want to see this through and you're just bursting with energy. Yeah, just food for thought. See what your Queen of Cups say too. Also with this Sun in reverse. Sun either way is positive. It's just you're happy, you've made it, you're enjoying life, you're taking in the sun rays, things like that. There's a kind of innocence with the child that's depicted, and a purity with the white horse. You do have it in the reversal though, which typically just means like you're on the cusp of it. So that's like, this is a pretty good reading, guys. I hope that you can look outside of yourself and kind of take away your focus on these things that aren't working, and recognize who it is that's in your corner here, who can help you see another perspective, who can get you, to this Nine of Cups. Okay? Pretty cool, guys. Wish you luck with that. Very curious if that resonates for anybody and what's going on, and Alright, so I'm going to pull you a Raven card. I haven't used these in a long time, so it's just Oracle. But I have some cards here separated. I'm sorry I'm doing this now. I think these are all just introductory and blanks. Yeah, okay. They're huge, so what do the Ravens have to say for my Geminis? For this October check-in. I don't know how to shuffle these. Maybe I'll do this. What do my Ravens have for my Geminis? Okay, I feel like this card is talking about that Four of Cups. So it says, when the circle closes, it is time to depart. Water your new beginning with tears of sadness, and be sure that birth springs from death and death from birth. I hope that is the right way for you so that you can read that. reason why I feel like it's kind of nodding to that Four of Cups card is because I feel like so much focus on those 3 cups and them not working out could be really hard for some people. It's not like when you've put so much energy into something and it's just not becoming what you thought or hoped that it would, it can be really hard. There can be a lot of sadness there. And, it's okay if you're sad about it, or if you need to grieve that time or that effort or those things that didn't come through as part of the growing process, so that birth can spring from that death. And death in the tarot sense, just transformation. So again, think about who that Lovers card is talking about. Think of who is that the same person as the Queen of Cups, and I wish you nothing but the best and all of the success that life brings to you. Alright, Gemini, we will talk soon. Mid-November. Alright, I'm going to clear the decks and we'll come back for Libra. Hey Libra, we're just gonna jump right into it. Tarot Rider White. I apologize in advance. I'm having a hard time speaking. Rider White was jumpy, so we're gonna start. Feel like they want to talk for you. So we'll start with 2-3 cards. Current check-in. And then we'll pull clarifiers and kind of go from there and see what they want to say. What's going on for my Libras for this October check-in? What do they need to know? Alright. I'm going to leave those together because they popped out together. So like the first column. What's going on for my Libras for this October check-in? A couple more to get us started. I don't know if I want to take those. I'm going to take them. Okay, we're going to start with 2 columns. We'll see what gets clarified and how they interact with each other. So, the first column you have the 8 of Swords and Strength in reverse. 8 of Swords can indicate that we're in a situation or a period of our lives where we we don't really feel like we're in control. It sort of feels like our circumstances are controlling us. I apologize. My dog is making noises. It can feel restricting. It can feel almost like you need to be careful of how you step, I'm getting. Notice the blindfold around her eyes and the bandages around her body, sort of restricting her movements. It might feel like you're surrounded by them, like any way you turn, you're going to bump into the cards. But also, swords. But also, like, look at the environment. Like, she's not surrounded. They're kind of like next to her. So, and the wrapping is pretty loose. So bringing awareness to what you think is controlling you, or the circumstances, but then taking a careful look and sort of recognizing if they really are or if they're not, and you have more control than you think you do. Especially, like, and the strength in reverse sort of self-clarifies this Eight of Swords. It's like you might be at a point where, like, you might be irritable, you could be lashing out, you could be really hard on yourself. Like, pay attention, because this strength in reversal could be pointing the energy inwards. Are you restricting yourself? Are you talking to yourself in ways that you would talk to a loved one or a friend when they needed someone to talk to? Or are you being too hard? And depending on the clarifiers, I might completely have a different idea of what's going on there. Then you had the Four of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. Four of Wands typically signifies home, a place where you feel safe, a place that feels secure, your roots maybe even. Okay, that started to make more sense. These next to this, that is supposed to be happy and healthy and like safe and a place to go to seek solace or support or love or comfort, all of those things. With the Hierophant in reverse, I don't feel like it's those things. There might be a wish that it was, or it's almost like resisting the idea that it's not, or that it could be. Like, you could make your own home that could be all of those things. But the Hierophant in reverse is not with these. Is not giving the indication that home or where you come from is a place that you like and is healthy for you to be in. It doesn't seem like a healthy environment right now. But let's pull out some clarifiers. Hierophant in reverse can also just kind of being counterculture, so watching tarot readings, and this idea of like, you don't have to have your home the way that you maybe had. You can go against what society says or what people who have had a voice for your life before, to make home what you want it to be, what's good for you. So let's get some clarifiers for Libra. And this Eight of Swords, and Strength in reverse. What do my Libras need to know here for this October check-in? Eight of Swords, Strength in reverse. What do my Libras need to know? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. We'll get there in a second. What do my Libras need to know about this Four of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse? That's way too many. What do my Libras need to know for this October check-in? Jumpy. It's Four of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. I'm going to take those. Okay. We'll start there. We might pull more. So with your Eight of Swords and Strength in reverse, you got the Sun in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. And I laughed because there was a moment where they kind of flipped and I saw a card, but when it goes back in, I don't take it. I don't go searching for it. Half the time I can't even, it's so quick I can't even grasp what card it was. But I did see the Five of Wands in reverse, and then it actually came out. So that validates that is a very strong energy in regards to what's going on, or maybe what was going on. Five of Wands in the upright is, if you can see those details, sorry about the glare, it's not really a healthy environment. It could be a lot of words are being thrown around, maybe emotional, verbal abuse, maybe light, L-I-T-E, because it's so common. I feel like for people to say not great things to each other or to themselves, but kind of not recognize that that's not a great way to talk to someone or to yourself. But you do have it in the reversal. So there's forgiveness going on, or moving on from the situation, or a recognition that either what people are saying to you is not okay, or that you're over the drama, you're over it, you're moving on, or you recognize that you're not talking very well to yourself, and you're working on improving that. No matter what it is, and any of those, or if that made you think of how it applies to you specifically, whatever it is, you're right on the cusp of achieving a happier state of being, because you have the Sun in reverse, upright, reverse. Gemini also had the Sun in reverse, so you may want to go check out their video, or just rewind a little bit, watch their reading. If you have a strong secondary placement of Gemini or something like that. With this work, with this moving on, with this forgiveness, and it could be forgiveness without having to continue the relationship. Does that make sense? You can have a friend and maybe it starts to go sour, and you've had a conversation and you've both apologized to each other, but you both recognize that it's kind of time for the relationship to end. So there is still forgiveness, but there's not a continuation of the same energies. Again, whatever that is for you, I like it. Keep working on it. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel, is what the Sun in reverse is telling me. Especially when we move on to the next column with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse, because you have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Coins. The Ace of Cups is a it's a beginning energy, maybe a new discovery of how loving or caring relationships can be, or self-love. If you're choosing yourself over societal or peer family expectations, your cup overfloweth. You might be, I'm getting kind of like, some of you might be overwhelmed with your emotions and just kind of like crying easily, or maybe a lot. That's just kind of like, allow it to happen. It's your body sort of like shedding and healing. And there's a lot of, either you're feeling this new abundant nature of like, the pentacles or coins, depending on what you want to call them, typically represents money. But it's basically anything that has a value that you can trade. So that could be energy, that could be time, that could be money, that could be like any of those things. Happiness, like, right? You can bring happiness to other people just by being happy. It feels like a state of being. It feels like you've come into this, and this person here is, maybe he was one of these people and he caught a break and came into money, and now he's able to give back and pay it forward, sort of sense. It just feels like you've come into this, you've come into your own, which feels really nice. So I kind of want to, what I'm curious about is like, what additional things you can do, or what advice the deck has for you to be able to move through this gracefully. And I'm gonna ask for a card from each of the decks. For my Libras. I'm gonna take that. For my Libras, how do they move through this? What advice? There's 2 cards there. All right. Can you relax, please? You're being distracting. Yes. Sorry. Okay, so first deck, right or white, you got the Knight of Pentacles upright. Taramuka, you've got the World and the 2 of Swords, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. So it's basically just like, I feel like there are little notes of reminders that you can kind of like check in with yourself, or when you catch yourself sort of in this, or like wondering when you're ever gonna get out, or whatever your situation is. Knight of Pentacles is the slow, deliberate, tried and true method to approach a goal. So I'm like, I feel like it's trying to say, just stay the course. It might be a long path, but as long as you keep a steady pace and stay on the course, you should obtain your goals. Just stay true. Pace yourself. It's okay to go slow. It might take a long time. With the Wheel of Fortune, a reminder of like, things go up and things go down, and life is not just this flat, direct path. There could be moments where you have to take a few steps back to relearn or reabsorb what is going on, or what you've learned, or recognize how far you have been getting, to establish. I'm really sorry, but I feel like the analogy of losing weight is in like plateauing. I'm sorry, that's what's coming through. You might feel like you're at a plateau and you're not making any forward momentum, but the plateau just is helping to cement the new location, or size or placement or any of those things. So things will go up and they will go down. As long as you stay true to the path, it's okay to allow these to come and go. And then the Two of Swords in reverse is sort of like, it's no longer a debate. It's no longer a question. It's no longer a, like, what could my life look like if if this wasn't what was going on. It's no longer about dreaming it or thinking about whether you can or can't. It's no longer about I just got kind of a me or them sort of, like, choosing them to make them happy even though it hurts you. It's no longer any of those debates. It's no longer any of those questions. It will be hard. There will be ups and downs, but just stay true to the path and you will achieve this and home, whatever that means to you, whatever it is that you're working on here, even if it goes against the expectations that surround you. This is, have strength, be brave. You can do it. Okay. I'm gonna put these away and we're gonna pull you a Raven card. This deck is massive. What do my Libras need to know? What do my Libras need to know from the Raven deck? Kind of reassurance from the universe. You are provided for. You will be sustained. Sorry, I'm flipping around all over. You are provided for. You will be sustained. Stay the path. Stay the course. Take your time. You'll be okay. I just, like, freedom or like this relief, weight off the shoulders sort of feeling. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Good luck, and we'll check in November. I'm going to reset the decks and then we'll be back for Aquarius. Hey Aquarius, welcome to your October check-in. Trying to figure out which deck is calling to you, or you to it. I feel like Timecodes. So, we'll pull a few cards, like 2 or 3, get us started. The energies right now and what you need to be aware of for Aquarius. And then we'll pull clarifiers and see where it takes us. What do my Aquarians need to know for this October check-in? What's going on with my Aquarians? It's too many. What do my Aquarians need to know for this October check-in? Way too many. My Aquarians need to know. Just another card or two and we'll get started. What are the energies for my... Oh! Aquarius. Talkative. Too talkative. Okay. We'll take those. Alright. Four of Swords is your first column. And then you have 9 of Cups and 6 of Swords in reverse for your second. I like the Four of Swords. It's kind of an interesting card to observe. Basically, it indicates to me that you're taking time for yourself, having a moment of self-care. Maybe rest and relaxation is on your list of those activities. But there's also a sense of kind of contemplation and meditation of where you have come from, how much you've been through, taking a stock of what you have, and that might be material things, but it's more of like, the things that you have, do you have abundance? Do you have joy? Do you have friends? Do you have passions? Those kinds of things. And just sort of slowing everything down and taking time to reflect and rest, rejuvenate, those kinds of things. And we'll pull some clarifiers. It could also be like a meditation, because of the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Swords in reverse. Where have you been? Where are you now? And where do you want to be? What do you want? And that's a hard question for a lot of us, I think, to really pinpoint what that is. But the 9 of Cups is the wish card, which means you do know, or you will know, what you want. And the upright typically signifies that your wish has been granted, sort of feeling. But with it is the 6 of Swords in reverse. In the upright, you've got these choppy waters where the boat is coming from, and it's going towards these smooth waters and this new promised land. In the boat is the 6 swords, and the 6 swords sort of represent your baggage. Again, like difficulties, self-protections, ways of being, belief structures, all of those kinds of things that you've had to collect from the old way of being. It could be a physical location, old life, first life, sorry. Is that validation? Stop. Typically, the recommendation with this card is to think about where you've been and what it is that you've collected from that place that may not serve you in the new place. Things that, if you bring them with you, could make the new place like the old place, if that makes sense. It's almost like a, is it me? Am I the problem? Am I the trauma? You might be, but it could be because of these, like in the new place, it could be because of these things that you needed to survive in the old place that doesn't serve you in the new place. But you got it in reverse. So I'm either it is the letting go. You can have this gravity effect, or it could be the like clinging onto, like, no, I need these. I'm not going to let them go. They're mine. Kind of feeling, the internal aspect of it. So check which one you are, and think about really what you want and what will support what you want and the new reality of being in what you want, and what might not help or support. So let's pull some clarifiers. That was interesting. I'm going to go into the Rider Waite. What does Aquarius need to know? What about this Four of Swords for this October check-in? What does Aquarius need to be aware of? Pull a couple more for my Aquarians. What they need to know about this Four of Swords. Okay. Nine of Cups and Six of Swords in reverse. What do my Aquarians need to know? What do they need to be aware of for this check-in? Oh, oh, oh. I'm not going to take those. Sorry, hesitated. Okay. I'm going to take them. Alright. Oh, this got more complicated. We'll get into it. Okay. And it may like connect as we're going through. Four of Swords. You've taken on too much. You look like a success. You feel like you've made some accomplishments, but man, was it work. The weight of that, the blood, sweat, and tears, the bruises that you've had to go through to get to where you are right now is something to be proud of. But based off of the next couple cards, I don't think that you want this anymore. It's time for, especially like with the Four of Swords in the middle here, it's like this is where you've been. You're kind of reflecting on that and wanting something different. You're ready for a new start. Page of Swords is potentially going back to school, furthering your education so that you have more knowledge or expertise in a certain area to be able to move on. But it's sort of like going back to not being an expert. It's going back to a younger energy or naive perspective of like looking forward towards a goal, or not having the knowledge yet, but knowing it's out there to get. And then you have the Death card. Which supports this change, this transformation, this life transition, because that's all death is. It's a transformation and transition. And this can be a smooth transformation. It's a natural transformation right now in this calm state. But I'm concerned with this Six of Swords in reverse that you might make it more difficult for yourself than it needs to be. And this is from the second column. It's kind of like where you're going, right? So what do we have in the second column? We have a lot. First, the Lovers flew out. Lovers in reverse. Could be a breakup. Could be a breakup that you never thought would happen. It could be a breakup with yourself and this old way of being. Kind of like, what resonates for you? What does this mean to you? And it's interesting, this. So the next three cards that flew out altogether that I decided to keep are laid on my desk like this. And the two of Swords indicates that there is a choice and a decision that is to be made. You have to make it. You have to make this decision. The blindfold are over her eyes. She doesn't want to choose. Her arms are crossed. She doesn't know which way to go. She doesn't want to have to choose, so she's delaying it. But this is something that you need to come to terms with and make a decision about. And it's the way that it was laid on the desk was like, these are the two choices. These are the two things that you're deciding between. And it's almost like, I'd be interested for you to watch Libra's reading, actually. Not because of any repeat cards. Well, Nine of Cups in there? No, that was Gemini. Maybe it was. I don't know. Sorry. My brain and energy has moved on. But because of the theme that's starting to show through here. It's almost like, are you going to choose yourself? Or are you going to choose this other person? I'm very curious what's going on with you guys, Aquarius. It could be money. Could be like going solo, entrepreneur kind of, going on your own. It could be, or the decision to do it with a partner, like a business partner. But the Lovers in reverse and this King of Cups in reverse does not bode great for that option. So just out of curiosity, we're going to leave these like that, and we're going to pull a clarifier for each of them. What do my Aquarians need to know about the energy of choosing the King of Cups in reverse, that option? What do my Aquarians need to know about this Four of Coins option? Too many. Okay. I'm just letting intuition flow here. I don't usually take the card at the bottom of the deck, but it caught my eye and it is interesting. So we'll get there. Moon in reverse. Okay. If this resonates, you know if it does or not, and you have to be honest with yourself about that. The option of the King of Cups in reverse is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very powerful woman. She is well educated. She speaks clearly. She doesn't really speak a lot unless it's of significance, like it makes an impact. But I don't have a good feeling about this combination. It's like this potential of you being the Queen of Swords, but not being recognized by it. You're overshadowed. This power, because the King of Cups in reverse is not a very stable person. He can be emotionally manipulative or abusive. He's in the upright. Oh my god, this would be amazing. This doesn't feel good to me. Sorry. The Four of Coins option, kind of choosing yourself, is matched with the Queen of Wands. So it's interesting that you got a queen for both options. The reversal of this queen, again, following intuition because of the other cards. On her own, she's not she can be tricky. The Queen of Wands is the most magical queen of the deck. She is in tune with her powers, her femininity. Typically she's drawn with a black cat, but she's got a little lion statue here. She is in reversal, but like with the combination of everything that's going on here, it kind of feels like it's an option to choose yourself and this hidden potential that you might not even have much confidence in right now. But know that she's there. And I'm not saying that this is an easy path, easy choice to be firm on. Make your decision, it's final, kind of thing. But to remain in this will not be easy either. It's almost like you wish you could leave, but you can't. Or you don't know how. Or, like, this is tied to these. Not great. And this is the wonder of something else. Really wondering, I wish I could like check in with you guys, and I guess we will, but I hope you find truth in what you need to do in your best choices. I'll pull a Raven card for you. What do my Aquarians need to know during this check-in? My Raven cards. What do my Aquarians need to know? Okay. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. You have chosen to seek the protection of the highest power, under whose wings you will find refuge. Psalm 91. What this makes me think about is your potentially current state or need to take some time for self-care and reflection. Taking stock of where you are and where you want to be. And during that period of meditation and thought, to let yourself relax a little bit, because I know it's a stressful situation. And remind yourself of this. The universe has you. Ask if you're, if it's not too weird to you, and if you're watching this, I'm sure it's not, to ask for your guides to help lead you, to protect you. Through this process. I wish you guys nothing but the best, and I look forward to our November check-in. See you then.